spoiler for a review of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, starring Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Lawrence Fishburne, and Amy Adams. Boom! Did it perfectly.
Yeah.
So if you ever watch this movie, you should definitely pause this review because I'm about to spoil the crap out of it. Well, we're about to spoil the crap out of it. So the basic premise of the movie: Batman vs Superman. That's all you need to know, basically, when it comes down to it. So, what were your good parts for the movie?
I didn't have any good parts.
Nothing? Again?
I didn't. Second take. I didn't have any good parts. I mean, I think they did a fine job acting, but in like the movie itself was not a good movie for me. Sorry.
Right. I'll give my parts again.
Okay.
Good parts I had was Ben Affleck. He's a great Batman. He did his thing, basically. There's a lot of doubters. So seeing that he's a brutal Batman, he kicked a lot of butt. Henry Cavill was decent. Gal Gadot was by far better than I thought she would have been. Because when she first got casted, I was like, no, it's not Wonder Woman. But after a while, that went away when she started speaking, and she had a lot of fight scenes. So it worked out well for her. Another part that's good for me was the Batman and Superman fighting each other. Those scenes, spot on, amazing. A lot of parts came from the actual comic book itself. It looked good, it really did.
It looked good. It did. I agree.
It was probably the best thing about the movie's whole fighting back and forth, and Batman winning the whole fight. I love that part there. I didn't want Superman to win. Lois Lane, you're the godsend because your boy's about to get murked. I'm just saying.
Right.
The movie wasn't perfect. So for you, what were the bad parts about this movie?
The bad parts were that it was a really disorganized storyline. So in a sense of having how Batman versus Superman came to be was very disorganized. Because obviously Lex had to play a lot of different parts and like kind of create all the drama. But it wasn't, to me, it wasn't that, it was very juvenile, the drama that he was creating, as if you have just like middle school kids like, oh, well, I don't like you because your Batman is in the sky. Like, you know what I mean? And I thought that was really silly. And then also, I think it was really obvious that it was him that was in the middle of it, and they should have figured that out. Like, you're Batman and Superman. Like, you guys are technically on the same team. You know you're doing the same work. So why would you think that whatever the beef was that there was? Because it really wasn't. So I think it was all silly, honestly.
It's mostly, they are on the same team, just that they have different ways of getting it done.
Right.
So for Batman, it's any means possible, kind of. And then for Superman, it's like, oh, by the law, kind of thing. So
do you think Batman knew that that Superman was not a part of those terrorist attacks at all, or like was he also swayed by the public?
A little bit. You could tell that the first scene with the whole desert scene where Lois is there, that's too coincidental that happened there. And then many other scenes, like the whole Senate scene as well, that part, it fueled more to the fire. The same as with the scenes where Batman show was a judge of sorts, where he branded the bad folks there. So it's just, a lot of things played in the part where one's pitting against each other, and it's like little things here and there. It's like a slow burn for 2 years worth of beef. It's like, all right, hit a little bit of this and then a little bit of that. It's like an instant. He's a perfect instigator.
To where it comes to, I must kill you.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a yard. We go there and it's like, all right, this one instigator's there and he's talking like, oh, yo, he's talking about your mom over there, son. You're like, what? And then after like 2 years of that, you're like, I hate that dude. It's like, let's fight. Like, let's go outside and fight this real quick. Let's shoot the fair one.
Right.
So it's just craziness that happened with that. So I find it hilarious that they both fought.
I think, you know what was the silliest part for me? When Lois Lane did come to save her boo, Superman, they're like, Martha's his mother. And he's like, Martha is your mom. Martha's my mom.
Tell you, that's the only reason why.
I thought that was so dumb.
Only reason why he
can't
survived.
kill you.
Only reason.
Because their moms have the same name.
Only reason why. So I'm
Silly.
loving that part. The parts I do dislike, though, is that the trailers itself play for the whole movie. So if you watch the trailers, you know exactly what's going to happen in the movie. There's not many secrets here and there, so that's probably my biggest drawback for that one.
So it's all fillers. Nonsense.
Not really fillers. It's more or less is like a couple of extra scenes that have made it awesome, but at the same time, it's like, oh, but if you watch the trailer, then you know basically what the movie's about.
When you say made it awesome, are you talking about the action scenes?
That plus a few acting key parts there, like when you have Diane Lane that's playing Martha Kent, she's in there talking to Superman, like extend a little bit more of that dialogue, so it was kind of cool to see the whole bits of that, and then seeing the fight between Doomsday and the Justice League starter kit kind of thing. So that was another part I didn't like. I didn't like the fact that Superman decided I need to take my time out, go see my girlfriend, and then take a time out. Source is like,
right.
If you're in a fight, this dude is stronger than all three of you guys. Why are you gonna go over there, time out real quick? Hey boo, what's good? I love you. You're my world. I'm like, word? For real? You got all that time.
Tag me out. Tag me out.
You got all that time, Superman. You not gonna go in there. So it's just craziness.
All he dies.
Yeah, basically. It's just. He deserved to die. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was silly. You should have had Batman do what he was supposed to do.
But yeah, it's just craziness. So, for me, if I had to score it, it'll probably be a 7 out of 10. How would you score it?
You want me to give a number?
You could.
It wasn't. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't not horrible.
Okay.
It was like I'll give it a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Decent score. All
Like, I don't watch 6 movies.
6.5 together. All right. Yeah. It's decent.
Yeah.
So yep. That's the review of Batman v Superman. The spoiler review. You can check out the website. This is www.bringhonorreviews.com. For any other reviews you want to see there, and the podcast, which should be out very soon. So yeah.
Yay!
Craziness. Where can they find you on social media?
Nowhere.
All right.
Don't find
They
me.
can find me on social media on Instagram and Twitter at Dwight and C. That's DWIGHTANTC. And I'll catch you guys later.